What is it about these missiles and UAVs that tell you specifically that they don't have the range to have been flown from Yemen?
Well, we know the capability for the previous information that we have recovered from previous attack. If the Iranian regime and the IRGC, they are trying to hide any evidence from the component and with the technology, they are mistaken. We do have a lot of evidence against the IRGC, and we will provide it to the United Nations and through the right channel in according to the international law. The cruise missile cannot reach, as we have put the ring, and it's not coming from Yemen. The Houthi militia and the proxy in Yemen, they are just following the order of the IRGC. Those kind of attack is coming from the north with the capability that most likely from the north it can be launched from somewhere, and right now we are working to know exactly the launch point.
What are you using to find the location of origin? It comes from the north. Are you using satellite imagery?
Thank you. When we determine the launch point, it will be announced. We have multiple use or a lot of way and method to determine the launch point. We have a lot of information coming from the analysis that we have recovered from the UAV, either this time, and for the security, we cannot give more information about it. I think if you give the last question, I mean your last point, please. Last point you mentioned?
Well, the last point was how do you find, how are you finding that launch point?
As I mentioned, so we have a lot of way to find it and to spot it. And we got recovered a lot of information from the UAV itself. Some of the components here, the Iranian regime and the IRGC, they are trying to erase the information. However, we have collected enough information and to know what's behind it. Thank you.
So is it Iran?
Thank you.
Is it Iran?
Thank you.
What do you?
Would you please? I need.
Yes.
I am controlling the press conference. Have a seat, please. Please.
Thank you very much, Mark Stone from Sky News. With respect, this is quite an embarrassing display for the Saudi military, because it's quite clear that your air defences failed incredibly badly, that so many missiles and drones were able to penetrate deep into Saudi Arabia. First of all, why did your air defences fail? And secondly, what will the response of Saudi Arabia be to quite such a substantial attack?
Thank you. Well, we are very proud about our air defense. Our air defense have intercepted until now almost 232 ballistic missiles. There is no country in the world being attacked with such amount of ballistic missile, and no attack to any country with 258 UAV. Our air defenses, with the capability that we have in our officers, NCOs, and the capability we have as air defense to locate as a tactical disposition on the ground, we save our nation, we save our country. If you think they are failed, we are very proud about our defense, and I'm sure the Saudi nation, they are very proud about our air defense. The other question, right now we are working, as I mentioned, to determine the exact position of the launch point. Either it be launched from Yemen, launched from somewhere else. Those people, they will be accountable, and this is the decision of the political level in our country, and we are just a military tool.